Raw on Netflix. Performers got beaten, some got bloodied, and they got bruised. Yet, for myself, I was left feeling just a bit confused.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat, stay a while, but do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Be sure to hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you are one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because YouTube does love those comments. And of course, share the video out on all social media. Speaking of socials, links down in the description. Instagram and X, you can find me there. Also, check out the link to that Joker Voice merch store. Ooh, Lord have mercy. WWE has entered the Netflix era with their flagship show Raw debuting on the streaming platform this past Monday. Now, the show was billed as the true beginning to the road to WrestleMania 41 out here in Las Vegas this coming April. But was it? Now, while a fine show, yes, for the casual viewer or the lapsed viewer returning to the product, for someone like me who consumes a lot of this product, I felt a little bit underwhelmed. So let's talk about it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, ever since the kickoff event at WWE headquarters, Paul Levesque has said that the road to WrestleMania starts at the Raw debut on Netflix. Now, one of the biggest questions has been about WrestleMania 41 involves the potential inclusion of the final boss, The Rock. So he, The Rock, came out to start the show, to cut a promo inside the ring, but instead of the villainous final boss heel we got leading up to WrestleMania 40 last year, Dwayne Johnson was the corporate cheerleader. This promo was about congratulating Netflix and the WWE, the executives for both companies, the world of entertainment, even going as far as to thank the WWE champion Cody Rhodes. After the promo was done, he even went over to Cody sitting in the front row and gave him a nice big hug.
But why?
Now, after the first match right following that, which saw Roman Reigns defeat Solo Sikoa in Tribal Combat to reclaim the title of Tribal Chief, out comes The Rock again to bestow upon Roman Reigns the tribal symbol of the chief, the Ulafala, and place it upon his cousin. Now, it's confusing because 10 months ago, right before WrestleMania 40, Rock, in a closing segment of Raw in Chicago, beat Cody Rhodes in a vicious attack outside his tour bus in the rain. It's a great segment. Even going as far as to make Cody Rhodes bleed and wiping his blood onto the weight belt. Now, about 3 months ago, at the closing image of Bad Blood in Atlanta, The Rock comes out, gives a number 3 gesture with his hand, and gives a throat slash gesture directed to both Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, who are in the ring. Let's say this is quite the contrast from The Rock we saw in Los Angeles.
I'm so confused.
Now, That segment, or at least for me, offered no direction and no story going into WrestleMania, and it actually derailed already some existing storylines. And yet there was a segment that actually did provide some story going into WrestleMania. And that, crazy enough, involved a promo segment from John Cena.
That's a fact.
John addressed the crowd, and of course, we're in Los Angeles, so he's wearing Dodger blue, talking about 2025 being his retirement year. Now, he did acknowledge that in the last 8 years, John Cena has not won a singles match, and that he's not likely to reach that elusive 17th World Championship until the little light bulb goes off in his head. He remembers that if he was to win a match, like, say, the Royal Rumble, he would get a championship match at WrestleMania 41. The crowd starts getting excited, and he says that he isn't going to enter the Royal Rumble, and he is going to win the Royal Rumble, and he is going to main event WrestleMania 41.
Sure.
Now, also, the show did have, of course, some WWE legend cameos in what I found to be an absolutely laughable segment. Hulk Hogan came out to cut a promo and received what would be, I guess, called a hostile reception. And by contrast, earlier in the show, The Undertaker came out to just throngs of adoration and cheers. And we did have a main event here, and that would be Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. I found this to be quite funny because CM Punk came to the ring wearing a jacket from his Ring of Honor days. And somewhere, I'm sure, there is the owner of a wrestling promotion having horrible flashbacks when his life was in danger. And despite Raw being the big story of the week, the WWE did some major landscape shifting for all brands in the form of title changes. Now, over the last 5 days, not one, not two, not three, but four major titles all changed hands. This past Monday, I already mentioned that the first Friday SmackDown of 2025 saw Tiffany Stratton become the new WWE Women's Champion. On Monday, on the Netflix debut, Rhea Ripley officially ended the Liv Morgan feud by capturing her second Women's World Championship.
That's very impressive.
Now, the other two titles came actually yesterday at the first show of 2025 for NXT, dubbed New Year's Evil, where both top titles changed hands as the Beautiful Madness, Julia, and the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi, are your new NXT champions.
It's so badass.
Now, this is significant because this all but signifies that the former champions, Roxanne Perez and Trick Williams, will very likely be called up to the main roster. But these are just some stuff that happened. We'll be talking about this and a whole lot more tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday night is overbooked. Be sure to tune in for that. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I really appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you're having a great week. Have a wonderful rest of the week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. And of course, toodles.
I'd say you better subscribe or we'll bash in some skulls, right, Clint?